coming up with a cool name and a logo for our team.
That'd be good then.
Logo there. It's all about being friendly, essentially, being what it is to be a local in a city. It's about having friends. So Hi5, it's like waving to your friends. Also, excellent logo. Going to make a T-shirt. Get them here later. Yeah, we did some kind of looking at the problem space as well. We started off by kind of coming up with a bunch of ideas around what it meant to be local, and we found that we had loads of different divergent kind of paths we could go down. So in order to restrict the problem space and kind of really focus on one problem that we could solve, we came up with a persona, Luke, and went into crazy amounts of detail about who Luke is and what he does, what he likes, where he's from, what he's doing in London. I won't necessarily bore you with the details, but he's a foreign student essentially, and he's moving to London. He's been accepted, possibly at a university, doesn't know where he wants to live in town essentially, doesn't know who he's going to be when he moves to London. He's got some pretty dodgy taste in music. He's here for 3 days. What's he going to do? Basically, where's he going to go? What kind of stuff he's going to do? Loads of thinking about what it is to be local, kind of the emotional connections you have with the place, the relationships you form with people, and how you go about doing that. And yeah, what it is to kind of look the part and sound the part, walk the walk, talk the talk, that kind of jazz. We started experimenting a little bit with kind of service ideas, how we could kind of provide a service to Luke to help him out. We did that by kind of mapping out his weekend essentially. He's just arrived in London, just got the train at St Pancras. What's he do? He goes to drop his bag off initially, and then he goes for a walk around the local area, around the university, and then he wants to go clothes shopping. And like how? You know, where does he go? Where does he find his clothes shops? So we kind of found these kind of points at which we could help him out. So you're going to come to our service, or we're going to provide him some information. And it started to put a little bit more definition around the product or the app that we're building.
One sentence left to tell us what you're going to focus on?
We don't know yet. We've got some ideas.
I would say the biggest difference between what we've done and what I've seen everyone else do is that we've focused on one specific persona. So we've gone into a lot of detail, and the persona is not validated in any way. It's based on our experiences. We've all gone to different towns. And we've come to the conclusion that it's not actually, you can't just find what you want to know from a website. And I think other people have identified that as well, but it's more about putting you in touch with people, finding out, getting information from people that have similar interests to you. So we're thinking about how to get, and that data exists elsewhere, we've already said that, so how do we get that from how Google Go Social, linking all your profiles and so on, putting it on a map or something. So it's not really looking for reviews, it's more, where do people like me go, what do they do, how do I develop emotional connection with these places by having common interests.
Any questions?
How's that different from Facebook?
Here's the rub. Facebook, and this guy's from Toulouse, Luke's from Toulouse, and so his Facebook connections are based around people he knows, right? And they're all in Toulouse. Or some of them have moved on, maybe, but largely that's where his social network is. Now he's moving to London. He doesn't have an existing network here, so that's how it's different from Facebook. And we explored that, and we were discussing whether that's actually a massive limitation. So are you getting information just from your social network, or are you getting information from elsewhere? And that's what we're still trying to figure out.
Good. So, it's lunchtime.